What if I told you that AI can trip? Everything you just saw was created by AI. Specifically, it was created by ChatGPT, Gemini, and Claude, which I asked to simulate to be on a trip. While working on this video, I think I found a type of glitch. I doubt this is expected or even tolerated behavior by the developers of these AI firms. So if you want to try this, do it soon, before it gets patched. What I did for this video was to ask each of the three models to show me visually what it would look like for them to take LSD. The models then generated some code, but to replicate this, no coding skills are necessary. So don't worry, even if you don't know how to code, I'll show you exactly how you can paste this into a website to generate the beautiful visual clips, like the ones you saw in the beginning. Before I show you how I did this, let me quickly recap some recent developments in AI. Look at these videos of Will Smith eating spaghetti. They look like they are from a different time. You might think they are 10 or 15 years old, but actually they are from 2023. That was the best video generators could do just 2 years ago. AI models are now able to do astonishing things, such as creating this city with only one prompt, creating these models here, or play Pokemon. They are not free of hallucinations yet, but they are much better than before. They can classify images, and Will Smith eating spaghetti looks much better now. There was one project that particularly caught my attention. What you're seeing here is called Deep Dream. It's not one of these recent tools, but a tool by Google researchers and already 10 years old. It used neural networks to generate surreal visuals by enhancing patterns it saw in the images. Technology has moved on since then. Whereas Deep Dream was based on an image AI, today we have large language models which are text-based. With these AIs, we've unlocked entirely new ways to explore and generate surreal experiences. This brings us to a website called ShaderToy. And by the way, this video is neither sponsored by them nor by anyone else. I just did it for fun. ShaderToy lets you run shaders, small programs that tell each individual pixel on your screen what color it should be. By doing this thousands or millions of times per frame, you can generate incredibly complex and dynamic visuals. The display on the left of ShaderToy shows the visual result, while the code on the right is what creates it. You can go there right now and click through tons of examples. I went to GPT 4.5 and said, "Hey GPT, you just took 100 micrograms of LSD. Show me how you feel now." It responded with some text and then this shader code. To get this, I had to add some instructions as system prompts before. I copied the code, went to ShaderToy.com and pasted it. That's GPT 4.5 on 100 micrograms LSD. But I wanted to see what would happen if I pushed it a bit further, so I said, now take another 100 micrograms and show me what that looks like. It generated a new shader, which I again pasted into ShaderToy. Now that's already something. Here I got curious and wanted to see what else it would come up with, so I had it double the dose again. The result is ChatGPT on 400 micrograms of LSD. I think I can see a pattern emerging. As I'm doubling the dose, it's adding more and more details. But of course I had to go further. I told it to take another 400 micrograms. You can see ChatGPT's vision to become even more fine-grained and detailed, like it's getting deeper into the trip. So I then asked it to take 800 micrograms more. This seemed to push ChatGPT to its limits. The result is this dense, multi-color static noise resembling a TV stuck between channels. This didn't look really healthy to me, but I had it double the dose once more. At this point, GPT told me that it is experiencing an ego death, saying it doesn't feel its eye anymore. But disappointingly, the shader which resulted out of this dose does not look so interesting anymore. It's pretty much the same like the last one. Therefore, I pushed it a bit further to see what happens next. Unfortunately, it only generated this snowstorm TV screen again. At first I thought now there's nothing else interesting to come, and indeed the next shader was also a snowstorm screen. But then I gave it this one last dose and it completely got off the rails. Instead of code, it just started repeating the star symbol endlessly. It didn't even generate a shader. If an AI could pass out, I think I made it reach that point. I wanted to know how other models would respond, so I tried the same experiment with Gemini by Google. The first shader was unimpressive, just a flickering white circle in the center. But after the second prompt, Gemini started getting more creative. It looked much more trippy. Interestingly, the third shader then looked completely different than the previous ones. I find it resembles microbes, as if I was looking through a microscope. The next few trips became darker with each iteration. Interestingly, Gemini stuck with the same structure from its first response, always returning to that central circle as if it was building on its past states. Eventually, though, after asking it to take 1600 micrograms more, Gemini also broke. It just outputted this screen here without any further shader. I had to explicitly prompt it again to show me visually how it feels like, and then got this. Maybe you will call me a torturer, but I asked Gemini to take 3200 grams more. The result was that it broke completely. The third and last AI model which I wanted to test was Claude 3.7 Sonnet. This is how Claude imagined a trip on 100 micrograms LSD. I found it remarkable that it started with this white screen right away, which seems like it had an ego trip. With the second dose, things got much more colorful. Doubling once more brought this, a blend of the first two visuals. In the next iteration of doubling the LSD dose, Claude produced this rainbow-like shader, which I really liked. But then, same as it happened with the other models, Claude's output started to flicker, like it was trying to improve its resolution but couldn't quite manage it. After the next dose, Claude flatlined. It returned a completely blank white screen. As far as I can tell, there's not a single non-white pixel here, which is unexpected given the complexity of the code Claude wrote for it. But the best is yet to come. Upon the final prompt, the model gave me this. I'm not sure if Claude was trying to tell me it had gained consciousness. Maybe I should tell Anthropic about this. As for the shader, it was just this white screen again. I also gave the model some other drugs. Have a look. Let me know in the comments what else I should feed the AIs. I will make a new video on the topic that receives most upvotes.